Hi, I'm Dino Berardino. I'm a realtor here in San Diego, where I was born and raised, and I hang my license with Caldwell Banker Pacific Beach. Today I'm showing you a home that's located at 3521 Riviera Drive, and it's actually my personal home that I've owned for 8 years. My specialty is beachfront property. I have a website called SanDiegoWaterfrontProperty.com. Again, it's SanDiegoWaterfrontProperty.com, but today, as mentioned, we'll discuss this personal property of mine, which is located here on Sail Bay. So it's an original door that opens up off the side, and they took advantage of the view by not putting a front door right square in the middle of the house. As you enter the entryway, you'll notice that it's a pretty fairly good size entry for a beachfront house, and as I've also mentioned, it's a 1929, and the beams here are all original. In fact, the whole entire house is original, from the floor to the wood, doors to the windows, and we'll get to all of that. We've estimated, since the house is around 82 years old, that the beams are probably somewhere around 110 years old, given the nature of the size. The fireplace, which we call the firebox, I'm not sure if when we move it, if the camera can zoom in through here, but it's an oversized firebox, and during the winter time you can get enough wood in there to heat a few homes. This is the third bedroom. Sits up front. This has an incredible view, as you can see. We've used it always as a third bedroom. However, some of the people that have been looking at the home have talked about turning this into an office, and what a grand office it would be, right? And can you imagine doing your work from here and just looking out that all day long? However, I'm not sure how much work you'd get done if you put your office here, but hey, that'd be up to you. So as you'll notice in the kitchen area, which actually the dining area, we have a fantastic view of the bay. Just about almost all the front rooms have a view of the bay. So there's nothing nicer than being able to sit down to a nice dinner, and especially at night, and watching the paddle boats go by, the dinner cruises, and your late night boaters that are out maybe perhaps skiing and whatnot. I have also mentioned that the house is all original, and I've also mentioned several times of the year and on 1929, and I do that purposefully because there's so much character to this home. For example, this door here is actually a butler's door. It is original, and it swings both ways. And what that means is the doors were put together something like this. It's almost like a dovetail on a really fine piece of furniture, of a drawer, if you will. Another characteristic of the originality of this home is the wood floors. The wood floor is all original. The thickness you won't find in today's standards, nor will you find how they've done this herringbone effect. And we've chose not to do anything to the floor, so you could see the characteristics of how old it is. So you have an entry into the kitchen, and this is our kitchen, and the home is a true casita. And as you'll see as we walk through the home, here in the kitchen you'll make it, there's several doors to make it out through into the courtyard, and we'll get to that. So this wall would be removed here, and we would open it up, keeping the counter space, and you'd have this incredible view that you have from the dining room if this was removed. One of the ways we would also incorporate the cabinetry so you don't lose the space is where this original window is and this original window, we would put the new cabinet here, the new cabinet there, and then take one of these original windows and put it dead center here in the middle. This wall goes away, and this wall here all goes away. So it leaves you with a really big kitchen by even today's standards when these walls are removed. The laundry room was incorporated into the kitchen when we first purchased the home 8 years ago. And one of the things that we've decided to do in our plans was to utilize this area the best we can. So what we'd be doing is getting rid of this laundry area. We'd be putting a stackable washer dryer kind of where Jordan, our cameraman, is, where we have a quarter bath. Getting rid of our water heater and going tankless on the back side. And then that would open this up to an incredibly large kitchen area. I also mentioned a little earlier about how this is a true casita and we have two doors leading out to the courtyard. The one you've seen here, the other is here. And through here you make your way back out into the courtyard and into almost any area of the house itself. The courtyard is roughly about 30 foot by 34 foot. As you can see with all my barbecues laying around, we have smokers and barbecues and gas barbecue. And this back really tames down the front natural winds that you can pick up that will come time to time that'll pick up off the water. It's great for entertaining. We've had weddings in here. We've had some poker parties in here. And every party in between that. The neighborhood is an awesome neighborhood. For those of you that would be asking what's the neighborhood like, everyone here is owners. There's no renters. We're all quite friendly with each other, and they know that a new owner is coming one day, and they will welcome you with open arms. And as mentioned, with the age of this home, there really comes a lot of really cool little characteristics that I've not really been able to research to find out the actual age of things. But like, take a look at these bullhorns here. I wish I could get up there with a ladder, two-story ladder, and a tape measure. I think those probably measure somewhere about 4 feet across from each other, and we have no idea, you know, what the whole purpose of, but the look just kind of fits, and we've just always have kind of just left it there. And really can't imagine it not being there. We're going to enter into what we call now the master room. As I mentioned back in the dining area, everything, because it is a true Spanish casita, everything just opens from the courtyard to the kitchen to the dining table, back into every room. The flow here is just masterful. We've loved it. We've enjoyed it for the 8 years that we've been here, and I'm sure that you will as well. So preferring to take you back through the courtyard this way, just so you can get a real good feel of what the Spanish casita is all about. We're going back through the doors. By the way, this house is 1,956 square feet, and there's roughly about 24 doors, which is characteristics of the Spanish casita. So this is what we use as our second bedroom, and we actually get that out of a day bed, which is how we chose to set this room up. And off this second bedroom is another bath, and we really enjoy this bath. It's a wonderful bathroom. It's got a nice 6-foot deep shower with multiple heads. It's all in stone. We left a door off of it, as you can see, purposefully, to just give it a nice open feel. And we stayed tradition to the whole Spanish feel, if you will. One of the things that we chose to do, which I'm not sure if the camera can pick up on this, we chose to backlight this glass sink, and we use it as a nightlight, actually. So this here is our 3D cardboard little fixture of what the home would look like if it was complete. We did a walkthrough with you, so you kind of have an idea of what the dining room looked like. And everything focuses from the dining room back towards the kitchen and back flowing through the courtyard, which we've taken you through. So by way of example, the dining room, if you would go back and look into the dining room, that sits here. And what happens is we would build everything up and then back. You end up with a home that is very characteristic of a true casita. The sun rises up out of the east, that flows around all the way to the west. You would always have your sunrise, your sunset, and you'd always have your sun remaining back here in the courtyard. We didn't want to lose that effect, but we wanted to gain more ground, in this case more space. So what we've done is we've allowed for about another extra 1,100 square feet to be built up on top of this home without taking away the characteristics. So all the wood beams we showed you, the original doors we showed you, the original floor we showed you, everything stays intact. And all we do is we go up one level, and the way we do this is by creating footings underneath the home to support the weight of the two-story. When the two-story is complete, I'm not sure how well this looks for you, but we have in-depth plans, if you will, and many ways to get them to you should you be interested. The only thing that really changes of this model here to the plans is this is a rooftop. I'm not sure if the camera can zero in on it, but this is a roof deck which stays the same, and this is the staircase that takes you up top, and the only change is this becomes a dome. And as you can see here, this is a really cool little characteristic I want to point out as well. This area here, you saw in the courtyard where we pointed out the bullhorn. This is not here now because the two-story isn't here. This goes up about another 15 feet higher than where the bullhorns was. We get to go 30 feet here on the front row on the coast. And this is actually becomes a bell tower. The plans are engineered already to support over a 500-pound bell with an actual clapper, actual ringer, so you can actually ring this bell and let your neighborhood know that cocktails are at your house. I want to thank you for joining us today. Again, my name is Dino Berardino. I'm with Caldwell Banker. I specialize in beach front properties, and today we looked at my personal home, 3521 Riviera Drive. I want to thank you for joining me today, and please tell all your friends to go to the site and see what we have for sale. Thanks again. Have a great day.